The weekend's heavy rains in KZN could not have come at a worse time. It's not only caused new damage, but reversed work being done to fix damage from the April floods. KZN Minister Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma and the Deputy eThekwini Mayor are visiting affected areas. Our reporter Letiwe Mdluli joins us now from Sea Lake in Durban. Good morning, Letiwe. It seems the little progress made in the build and repair program might have been reversed by these floods. Have officials suggested something to that effect, though?
Certainly, Mfundo. At the moment, we're actually at the Tuga informal settlement here in Sea Lake, and I want to get my colleagues to show you the damage that was caused by the recent floods here in Durban. These people were affected by the initial floods that happened on 12th April last month, and more recently, this is the damage that they've been experiencing. We're here with the Minister, of course, and the Deputy Mayor of eThekwini. They are currently assessing the situation, and we're being told that most people that are here at Tuga will be moved to safer areas. As you can see, the kind of damage, a lot of people lost their homes, and they're currently in a rebuilding phase. But that rebuilding, of course, has taken a backseat because they have received information that they will be moved into a safer area. Of course, this area is also near the Umgeni River, and you'd understand that last month during those heavy rains, that river was overflooded, and this was the result of that. I now want to bring in the Minister for KZN, Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma, and just speak to her about the efforts from government. I thank you so much for joining us at eNCA this morning. Take us through your assessments, what you found, and the plans for government in moving these people.
Good morning to the viewers. Yeah, this place, the situation is terrible. As you can see, not only the houses that were washed away, but what is a worry for us is the remaining houses, because you can see they are very treacherous. They can be washed away anytime, and people can be injured or even lose their lives. So this is a big worry for us, and we are now talking to those departments that may own buildings in town that are empty, to see if they can house some of the people here temporarily whilst we're looking for a safer place for them. Because you can see some of them are hanging like this, and it's just a matter of time. So from here we are going to go to town to see to look at those buildings and see if there are any of them that are suitable for accommodating the people, whilst we look for land and for building permanent places there. But the situation is very bad.
In terms of finding land, we have spoken to the MEC for Human Settlements here in the province. He did say that government is currently struggling in identifying land and also struggling to move those people that are currently being sheltered in community halls. Basically just a response to this and a plan on when those people can be moved and the process of identifying land. How is that going?
Well, Minister Dilil, who is Minister for Public Works, is the one that owns government land. She has told us that she has identified some pieces of land that can be used. We haven't seen those pieces of land. We'll try and see them, but she must then work with the MEC for Public Works here in ensuring that that land becomes available. I cannot tell you when the people will be moved, because they can only be moved once those places, either the temporary residential units are ready from there, those who are in the shelters. I think up to now we've only got 106 temporary residential units, but there are many more people in those shelters. But others can get vouchers to go and buy material to repair their houses. But some, like these ones, they really need to be moved. And so I cannot tell you what the timeline is, because we are just in the process of trying to identify something. And those buildings don't belong to KZN. So we still have to negotiate, even if we find them. We still have to negotiate with the departments that own those buildings. But at least we're starting the process.
In terms of funding, because a lot of government departments here in the province have said something about needing money from National Treasury, including the provincial departments of KZN as well, in trying to assess the situation and help those victims that were affected by the floods. In terms of funding, how is it looking? Will these governments be receiving those funds, those much-needed funds?
Well, first of all, the province has contingency funds that it can use. And then they send a request to National with plans, and Treasury assesses them. At the moment, there is money, for instance, in human settlement and a small amount in KZN, but Treasury has to approve the plans and then money can be dispersed. But there is, in terms of the bigger damage, there is much more money that's needed that would have to be done either through when we do the adjustment or because those funds can be availed when something was not foreseen and not avoidable. So we hope that we can also tap on that, but they need to produce plans that this is what is going to be done. But of course, we also need to work with other stakeholders in the repair of infrastructure who can also assist. So yes, there will be some money, but I can't say all the 17 billion that has been estimated will be available immediately. No. Those will have to go with plans that are approved by Treasury.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
So, Fundo, that is, of course, the Minister for KZN, Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma, just basically taking us through some of the plans that government is embarking on to help these flood victims. You'd understand that there's over 6,000 people here in the province who still remain homeless due to the floods, and over 40,000 people were affected overall. And with the recent rains over the weekend, we've also seen some people losing homes, so that number is going to grow. We've also heard of shelters being flooded as well, so those people also need to be moved. We are going to be going along with these officials, because right now they're going to be assessing more places where they can put people in that are safe. And as she said, they're going to be identifying places in town, in Durban, where these people can be moved and they can find a safe shelter.
All right, we'll leave it there, Letiwe. That's our reporter, Letiwe Mdluli, out in Durban. Now,